man. You know no young Nagadami.
Wait, you said what?
Go Tommy.
From the heart of the city to every corner of Akwa Ibom, we've got the rhythm.
Hey, I'm tripping, I'm sliding, I'm riding to the back like
the hits and the hustle. All in one place. This is XL1069 FM. 106.9 powered to XL.
Pass me the ball, bro.
see, now who the lip come so? I hear you. Hey, oh boy, what time they get lip with walking stick now?
Now, I'm not so like jumpers. Since that is a big game, you can't be like, say, they'll tie my muscle to my bones.
Harry, now so you come, they use stick waka like papa. You never hear of Vilicin Balm? Vilicin Balm na brand of methyl salicylate and menthol crystal. We will give you effective and soothing relief from body pain, aches, lumbar and rheumatism, whether na for work or play. Vilicin na effective soothing balm for old and young people them.
Harry, my man. Now you the dribble like this? Where you walking stick now?
Vilicin Balm, rub balm for cold, catarrh, aches and pains. Vilicin Balm, now daily need industries they make them. If you not better after 3 days, I better go see your doctor.
Royal Line Technologies. People where sabi say phone where Royal Line no get does not exist. Them sabi say before they get phone problem, Royal Line Technologies Limited don't already get solution for them. Royal Line Technologies Limited, we don't almost hold like GSM technology for Nigeria. They get grace to make communication easy for country people. They don't stock every kind phone and accessories, and their price is correct well. And even if your money no complete, Royal Line Technologies get easy buy. We go allow you drop small money, carry phone go house, pay small till you pay finish. Every phone where Royal Line they sell get warranty. If you buy phone carry go house and small time the phone begin behave like say in brain get knocking sound, Royal Line go repair and give you or give you brand new phone for free. No use your money take do to go for phone and accessory matter. Take waka enter any Royal Line shop where you sabi and any phone and accessories where you find, you go see them for there or you call them for 0701 0007 373. Royal Line is good all the time.
Guy, we don't talk since so. Ha, take a go do my work, eh? We go continue this talk later.
Oh boy, you don't talk. How bad? You know the tire.
Now the new level be that too. This new MTN sachet bundle don't make life easy for me.
Brotherly, involve me now. Make me say they follow ya like you. Talk until you tire. When you day on top the new MTN sachet bundles, dial *312*7# and press 2 to start to enjoy from 100 naira. Load them. Talk they go.
Because it's good for stronger health. What do you need? Amatem, fast relief. If malaria is not you, it's Amatem. No issue. Only the best. Amatem subject. Fight malaria, no stress. Amatem subject.
When malaria show, no time to talk. Amatem subject na do only the best.
I have a little cough, sir. In my little chest, sir. Anytime I cough, sir, it makes a heavy sound, sir.
You have a cough? I know just what you need. I'll give you Uniplex. It will clear your chest fast. Clear your chest fast. You need Uniplex. Uniplex.
Uniplex cough syrup gives you relief from sore throats, cold and chesty coughs. Manufactured by Daily Meat Industries Limited. Uniplex cough syrup is for children and adults.
You need Uniplex.
If symptoms persist after 2 days, consult your doctor.
Super phone. Any decision where you want take, where concern your phones, electronics and other gadgets. Carry super phone for mine. No, you want buy super phone. You want repair super phone because super phone work that to reduce the blood pressure of country people from overthinking and worries. And now why you fit buy phone and electronic from super phone, carry and go your house and they pay small till you pay finish. Everything where you buy for super phone, you get warranty. And even if they repair something give you before you carry and go, they go still give you warranty. When mean say if you go reach house, you don't work well or it spoil. You bring them back, Superphone go repair them for you or they go replace them. If you get old phone where you know they send again, carry and go Superphone. And small money, they go give you new one. If you know one new one, they go collect the old phone, still give you small money. Them they sell phones, laptops, computer, security camera, walkie-talkie, children's educational tab, games, high-tech equipment, smartwatch, perfumes, all kind of accessories for phone and electronic. Yakpa for there. Carry waka go for Superphone. Their office there for number 116 Oron Road for you. You fit call their telephone for 0803 500 9432. Superphone.
Every city has a voice. Some speak through their markets, some through their streets, some through their history. But Uyo found its voice on xl1069 FM. Down in Akwa Ibom where the morning sunlight shines, a signal rose above the town and touched 1,000 lives. More than songs upon the air, more than music on the breeze. It brought information, hope, and harmony. As the sun comes up in Uyo, and another day begins. Students, traders, workers, dreamers, tune in with a grin. For the voices they've come to trust, the friends they've come to know. XL walks beside them everywhere they go. Oh, XL 106.9 FM. You're the soundtrack of Uyo once again. From the break of dawn till the stars light up the sky, you keep Akwa Ibom dreaming, you keep our spirits high. Oh, XL 106.9 FM. You're the soundtrack of Uyo once again. Every song tells a story, every program starts a spark. Every listener matters, whether near or whether far. From health to sports and business, from religion to the news, from politics to inspiration, there's a place for every view. XL 106.9 FM. You're the voice of every woman and man, the soundtrack of Uyo. The rhythm of Akwa Ibom.
Good morning, everybody.
What a beautiful morning it is.
Let's get started, shall we?
Starting your day the right way.
With the XL Super Breakfast Show.
On XL 106.9 FM.
Wake up! Wake up! It's a new day. Let's go! Are you ready? Wake up! Wake up!
It's a brand new day.
Wake up! Wake up!
Let's wake up. This is where the energy lives.
Wake up! Where the conversations matter.
Where the hits keep coming non-stop.
Welcome to the XL Super Breakfast Show.
Go on and start right here.
Wake up! Wake up! Let's go! Radio made with love.
Every morning, over 100,000 Aquaban voices wake up to one question. One question. What is really happening in the state?
Section 2 of the 4th schedule of Nigeria's 1999 Constitution as amended has, some mandate given to the local government councils to also participate in provision and maintenance of primary education. So,
disciplinary action against all those people, from the chairman of any local government. One village, even the clan head and the whatever he came local government.
We break down the politics behind the promises and measure the impact on real communities.
And then about to get the duty of the council chairman. Funds at the disposal of this council chairman for them to embark on such projects.
And do the council chairman know their responsibilities?
And do they even know their responsibilities?
Because if they know their responsibilities, first they will demand that they be given funds.
If you want to understand your day, start it here. This is the Super Breakfast Show on xl1069 FM. Rise and shine. Akwa Ibom State, Emesiero, Nigeria, good morning to you and thank you so much for joining us. Super Breakfast Show is now live and active on XL1069 FM. IJ is my name and this is to welcome you to a new week. With all that we've got to offer to you, we just say you bring us your listening ears. And of course, this is how we get to charge you to step up to the challenges, to step up to the opportunities that would present themselves to you this new week. Because I tell you one, they are gonna come. The challenges and the opportunities are like. You just have to be ready. So we're putting you up to the knowledge of all that is to come this new week. But it is also our prayers that as you get into the new week, that your hands are blessed, right? And you are favored beyond human promulgation. As you listen to the Super Breakfast Show, it's our belief that you get empowered to do more than just being an Akwa Ibomite this new week, right? But think way beyond your environment. That's not how you're conditioned. You're conditioned for greatness. All right? So you're welcome. I've got a full house this morning. Okodi, your development partner is right here. Okodi, good morning and happy new week to you.
Good morning, IG. Good morning, Akwa Ibom. Happy new week to everyone. I'm just believing that as the week begins on a happy note, we are still ruminating on the induction of village youth presidents into the security sector in Akwa Ibom State. It happened yesterday by the Akwa Ibom State government. We are also, as we ruminate on that, I'm hoping that we will also get to hear the position of Akwa Ibom State government on the current level or point, with the implementation of the Akwa Ibom State Anti-Open Grazing Law 2021. It's been on for years, and before the law, we've had farmers who have gone to farm, and they went to farm alive, and they returned with their souls. I mean, some never returned. Some were discovered in direct transit. Farms, they were murdered, killed in cold blood by herdsmen allegedly, and their cattle. We've heard stories of farmlands being destroyed totally, and recently, for the first time, when the law would have been, tried, put to test on Thursday at the Magistrate Court 7, Fulgar Street, we all heard that incident. Journalists were thrown out. The farmer, himself a journalist, and the complainant in that case was thrown out. Another farmer was at the court to see the proceedings. I mean, it was supposed to be an opportunity to bring some relief, but the magistrates, Godwin and Demekong, played another card, and some people are saying, look, it could be responding to the whims and caprices of a higher power. So I'm hoping that this week, the Akwa Ibom State government will get to speak on what the plans are to implement that law. But for now, it's an interesting new week, but on the implementation of that law for farmers and citizens alike, it is a sad new week, courtesy of the Akwa Ibom State government.
Sad new week with expectations.
Absolutely.
And a different turn of things right here in the state. Of course, we've got Theodore Williams, Esquire, join us this morning on the analysis. Thank you so much for joining us, Esquire.
Thank you so much for having me. Good morning, Akwa Ibom State. It's good to be here.
I hope you had a great weekend.
Yeah, it was Father's Day yesterday, so happy Father's Day to all of you. And happy Father's Day to everybody in Akwa Ibom State. Yes.
That's an extension to every other father.
Yes.
In Akwa Ibom State.
Father, yes. And I don't know when we had the culture of Father's Day, but it was not.
We're getting used to it.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. This year, the ladies gave us an opportunity to do men's a day to commemorate for the boy child, and we had some women here speaking for the boy child. I was encouraged.
Yeah.
And so now Father's Day, the outpouring yesterday was beautiful, and hopefully it stays the same going forward.
Yeah, that's a thank you to the wives, to the mothers, to the sisters, to the aunties who took our time to celebrate fathers yesterday. Well, a handful on our table this morning. We'll do our best with the time we've got to cover as much as we can. Just like Okudi hinted, yesterday was what many would describe as a step forward or a decision forward to making sure that Akwa Ibom moves from being relatively safe to absolutely safe, if there is a position of that sort. As it regards security, right? We saw 2,272 village youth presidents, gather to have some sort of understanding with the leadership of Akwa Ibom State. The governor spoke right there, hinting or emphasizing once again of the importance of security and the fact that it remains a collective responsibility. He's also said, look, my administration is committed to protecting lives and properties through community-based approaches. And he also acknowledged a conversation that time too many we've had on the Super Breakfast Show, that the villages remain the first line of defense in any society today. People know one another in their communities, and they can easily identify strange movement and even suspicious activities. That is why the governor says the government chooses to integrate village youth president into the security architecture. We had the likes of the commissioner in charge of security in Akwa Ibom State also share a few at that particular event.
Your Excellency, today is a historic day in Akwa Ibom. It's a historic day for the security of the state. It was the New York Police Department that coined the mantra, see something, say something. And today, Your Excellency, by what you are doing with the youth, we have tapped into that mantra, because who better to see something and say something than the people that live in the communities? Because we all know that security is all community-based. And today, Your Excellency, your bottom-up approach to security will ensure that we bring in these ones, the village youth presidents, into the security architecture of Akwa Ibom State. And like I said, who better to do this than the people that live in the communities? They live in the communities. They know every resident in the communities. They know every visitor in the communities. They know the one among the 12. Because in every community, you will find the good, the bad, and the ugly. And as the Excellency is doing so much to reform the bad ones, we bring them all into this structure through the architecture of the village youth presidents. And today, Your Excellency, we thank you so much for that. As we all know, Your Excellency, the police and other security agencies are working tirelessly to maintain security in the state. But the police and the security agencies are not physically present at all times in all of the 2,272 gazetted villages. And so, Your Excellency, these become our eyes and ears in the communities. And when they see something, they can pass this information through us or directly to the security services, and they can have a better response. And so, Your Excellency, we thank you for bringing together these ones. They become a veritable human intelligence network for us. All across the communities, they are there. Your Excellency, in the weeks and months to come, we know His Excellency is also unveiling a very robust technical intelligence support system, the Safe City project that is coming up soon. And when we add the technical intelligence with this human intelligence that we're building today, I'll put them all together in the structure of the Command and Control Center. Your Excellency, response capabilities of the security agencies will be top-notch in Akwa Ibom, and everybody will be pushing to copy what we are doing here, Your Excellency. And so, Your Excellency, I want to say we thank you. We're going to work with these village youth presidents, and through them with their youth structures across the villages, and we're going to continue to build on the security of Akwa Ibom State.
Now, that is the voice of retired General Koko Essien, the Commissioner for Internal Security and Waterways, at that engagement with the village youth president with the governor yesterday, just emphasizing that, yes, it's a big move at making sure that the people see something, say something. The governor also added, win something. So, in what many would describe as a thoughtful twist, you know, to the concern of security in Akwa Ibom State. We'll listen to the governor in a bit. But gentlemen, this particular story makes its way to one of the indigenous tabloids we've got this morning, precisely on the Global News Now newspaper. Lead story there says, Governor now institutes rewards for credible security intelligence, engages 2,272 village youth presidents to fight crime. Is this, one of the biggest moves the state would be considered to have made as it regards security in a very long time? That's crime.
Well, I think, first and foremost, I must commend the governor of Akwa Ibom State and the people that have helped to set up this arrangement. Now, the Forum of Village Youth Presidents has always existed, so it's not a new thing. And I think it is now that the government is actually seeing how they can harness their existence and their relevance in the local communities, and then use that energy positively. Now, this is not to say that that youths are criminals, but of course, if you look at the fact that majority of the crimes that are committed in the local areas, and in fact in the urban centers, are basically committed by young persons, and so you would see that they are the best persons to help in the intelligence gathering, in information gathering, and all of that. And I do hope that, like the governor had said, that the commissioner had said, that there is going to be some kind of a merger between this intelligence gathering with the security center and all of that, so that they will be able to have some sort of synergy. So it's a good thing, it's a good development, it's a good step in the right direction. And I think it's one of the geniuses of the governor, because for him to think that, and I also see it as the governor preparing himself for the preparing Akwa Ibom State for the advent of state policing structure. And so it's a good thing. Honestly, it's a beautiful thing that they're doing this, and I hope that the persons that are involved, the youth presidents that are being carried along now, would receive adequate training, at the end of the day, and then they must also, and I do hope also that they have put in place a mechanism that will allow, because youth presidency is not a live office, I can tell you that for free. And what will be the position of things when my tenure is over? What will be my relevance in the system, in terms of, information I've gathered? And then we must also look at the challenges that may come, because there will be challenges, one of which will be if a youth president is unnecessarily vindictive in terms of his information gathering or intelligence, because these are, you must put
vindictive in what sense, now?
Good. You must put mechanisms to buffers against abuse of the process and the system. That's what I mean by being vindictive. Maybe if you're talking to my girlfriend and my sister, and I don't like the fact that you're talking to my girlfriend and my sister, I can, because I'm gathering intelligence.
Enough for an intelligence.
It could become.
Does that come with?
We're dealing with human nature. So what I'm saying is that I hope they will put mechanisms in place. Because at the end of the day, we have seen how structures are being abused.
Do you think the incentivization also helps? Would be a good mechanism?
Incentivization.
Because the governor says, say something, and you win something by saying something, offering tangible intelligence.
That's a coin, and so it has both sides.
Tell us about the other side.
Yes, so that's a coin. It's a two-side coin. I say something, I win something.
Right.
And if I say for 3 months I haven't seen anything, I haven't said something, I haven't won something. I can decide to say something that is not
to win something.
And win something.
You raise the wrong alarm.
So that's what I'm talking about. Buffers. to check the abuse within the system, because we're talking about young people here. You know, we have even had very highly structured organizations like the Nigeria Police and all of those places.
That's right.
We've had, you know, abuse of the processes and abuse of the systems and all of that. So I commend the government for taking the bold step to enhance the vast resources of the youth, particularly the rural area. You know, and I don't know. Security is not something that is discussed in the open, so I'm sure they have a plans on how they are going to gather this information, put this structure in place in the 2,272 villages across Akwa Ibom State. Now, you know, we have villages that are completely, you need to take a boat. They're islands.
That's right.
Villages that are islands in Akwa Ibom State. I mean, you need to go on a boat to get to those villages. And now, if someone is the village youth president in that village and is gathering intelligence and he has seen movements in the water sides, in the creeks and all of that, you know, there has to be a mechanism for him to be able to give that information without risking his own life. To come.
Could that be the place where the training comes in?
Yes, that would be the place where they would be able to probably have proper communication channels.
Okay.
All right. Because if someone has to give information, all right, I'm sure they will have direct access to certain. They will should have coordinators or some person that they are going to give this intel. They should have some sort of cell coordinators that would be able to gather the intel.
There'll be supervisors appointed according to the governor's order to be chairman.
Yes, and so. Now, and that's another problem. That's another challenge, because when intelligence has to pass through too many hands, too many process to get to where action will be taken, it will be compromised.
And they work with the community watch as well.
and talking about compromise, I have done some research in communities, again, especially concerning the issue of farmer-herder crisis in Akwa Ibom State. There are reports, there are comments that points to the fact that you have village youth presidents, some of them, and you have village heads who compromise their positions for whatever immediate gains. So you see these guys parading communities. I mean, you have cattle in your community you may not even know. Do that research in your community right now. You might have a settlement carved out by themselves, for themselves, and onto themselves by cattle herders and their cattle. They move from there around farms in the communities. They eat up what you plant, and you challenge them, and they tell you, oh, the landlords, the leaders in your community have given us permission to graze on your farmland. And then you ask, who are there? And they said, your ogas them. Go and ask them. They challenge you to go and confirm, go and verify.
Right.
And so the question now becomes, who are the them that we are supposed to go and verify with? All right. So the point here is that even if you're taking it back to history, youths have always been the ones protecting communities. So the idea of So the idea of community policing didn't begin today. It dates back centuries, because youths have always been at the vanguard of security in communities. All right. So what happened yesterday was a re-engineering of what has always been, which I joined Barrister Theodore to commend the administration. But going beyond that, on the part of the youth, like the governor said, if you are one of the people we are looking for, don't present yourself. Instead, repent now.
More like it.
Because you figure that the youth presidents sometimes have their hands tied, because of course, the youth president is answerable to the village head, all right, of that village. So the village head is compromised. The youth president cannot go against that structure, because, I mean, he answers to the village head. And so his hands too get soiled, especially for for people who don't have their opinions together and don't have a mind of their own. They get sucked up in the compromise, and the villagers get to suffer for it. That is why this anti-open grazing law is non-functional, because when you interrogate it from the position of the state government and even from the stakeholders, they say their hands are tied. I have even interrogated the village head, and he said, look, because they have been offered a certain amount of money. They took it and they pointed, Ebo, you can graze there. All right? And when the problem come, they remove their hands from it and the villagers suffer. And now you have the same village youths working in the security sector.
Right.
If there are reports that these same village youths have their hands in the cookie jar, accusations, what now becomes of that cookie jar when now that they're in the sector? Go.
Let's hang the question right there. We'll come back and get answers to that. Tesco, I know you're on that particular one. Akwabem, please stay with us.
106.9 powered to XL.
Guy, we don't talk since. Ha, think I go do my work, eh? We go continue this talk later.
Oh boy, you don't talk. How bad? You know the tire.
Now the new level be that too. This new MTN sachet bundle don't make life easy for me.
Brotherly, involve me now. Make myself they follow ya like you. Talk until you tire. When you day on top the new MTN sachet bundles, dial *312*7# and press 2 to start to enjoy from 100 naira. Load them. Talk they go.
The world has moved from celebration of certificates to impact and ideas. At Danny Joy International Schools, we are determined to raise critical thinkers, world leaders, and change agents. We are equipped with leading-edge facilities with determination to nurture a total child in an environment where a child is free to grow and explore with our advanced chemistry, biology, physics, ICT hub, music hub, sporting facilities, and much more. Admission is ongoing for boarding secondary students. We are located along Waniba Road after Ibom Hotel and Golf Resort, Iflayong, Uruan, Akwa Ibom State. For more inquiries, call 0810-364-9178 or 0808-824-8176. Danny Joy International Schools. Honesty in learning is our legacy.
So, Emanuela, I've been thinking, this paint in your house still looks brand new. What's the secret?
It's Stainless paint. I applied it 4 years ago and it still looks vibrant. They even guaranteed 5 to 7 years of brilliance.
Wow, that's impressive. But I bet it's expensive.
Not at all. Stainless paint is surprisingly budget-friendly with prices starting from just 25,000 naira. Plus, it has incredible coverage. You would use even fewer buckets than expected to achieve a premium finish.
So you're saying it saves me money on both paint and maintenance?
Exactly. Stainless paint is high quality and affordable with an anti-fungal treatment for molds. Just call 0803-358-9299 or visit the showroom at number 254 Oran Road beside Amber Lounge by the 2 lanes traffic light. Uyo.
Stainless paint, elevating your walls with global excellence.
Stainless paint, elevating your rooms with global excellence.
Madam, please move this car.
My steering is stiff. I think my oil is bad.
What? Haven't you heard of Ibeto Lubricants and Engine Oil?
Ibeto Lubricants?
Ibeto Petrochemical Industries Limited, a member of the Ibeto Group, experts in blending, marketing, and sale of top quality lubricants and engine oil. The company is ISO certified. The products are Espresso Super Turbo 0W40, Espresso Super Ultra 5W30 for brand new engines, Espresso Super Plus 15W40, and Espresso Super 20W50 for petrol engines, Beta Super Plus 15W40 for diesel engine, automotive gear oil, industrial gear oil, marine engine oil, hydraulic oil, compressor oil, ATF, and 2-stroke engine oils, and lots more.
All their products are MANCAP certified.
Ibeto engine oil and lubricants are dependable to the last drop. Keep your engine in good shape. Insist on Ibeto oil and lubricants.